Someone asked me as a labor and delivery nurse, how do I cope with the trauma that I see in my job? This is a difficult question and something that I don't 100% have a handle on. I'm learning every day, and I think this is something that you just kind of learn over time how to handle and what works best for you because every single person is different. One thing I will say is that therapy is extremely important for anyone, but especially if you're working in the healthcare field. Most places do offer counseling or therapy for the workers in the hospital, and this is something that I definitely use. Another thing that I find helpful is talking with my coworkers and other people in this area, because sometimes when you go home and trying to talk to your family or friends that don't work in this area, it's a little bit hard for them to understand what you're going through. So lean on your coworkers, lean on your friends who are also nurses or doctors or work in this industry, because they'll be able to help you cope a little bit better. Another thing I like to do is just have some time for me. So do the things that make me feel better. So if I've had a really hard shift, I like to go home and I like to take a bath, go for a walk, work out, or write down my thoughts. Those are all things that can help me to get those negative thoughts and feelings out of my head and onto paper. And they just help me to feel more like myself again. I have not perfected this at all. I find that a lot of times if I've been through a traumatic situation, I talk about it a little bit and then I kind of bury it and just try to forget about it. And I know that's not necessarily the healthiest thing, but I have seen so much in my very short career as a nurse, and I know there's a lot more to come, but I think every day you just kind of get a little bit better at dealing with it. But at the same time, every single situation that I see that is traumatic is still very hard. If anyone has any advice or things that work for them on how to deal with trauma as a nurse, let me know in the comments. I am always open to different suggestions and things that I can try. But my number one thing is just talking to my friends who are also nurses. That really helps me to kind of debrief. And then sometimes you just need a good cry. That also helps